Matthew. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Yeah, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST, and live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show. A real live morning radio show. So sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties. I'm not sure what was going on, but our microphones were not working. So we have to figure this out. Again, this is live radio. I try to tell y'all all the time, this isn't a podcast, so I can't edit the mistakes that happen. But we figured it out. This is why I have a master's degree in broadcast journalism, and this is why we have Mark Hayes, the general station manager, in the studio. So let's run this back. I have my auntie Faye and my cousin Simone in the studio right now. Yes, I have some family in the house. My mom and my sisters are on their way right now as well. That helped me pack some things. But yes, I have my family here in Las Vegas, Nevada, because they decided to spend Thanksgiving with me. Thank y'all. I love y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all for coming to make my holiday special, because y'all know I've been feeling a little lonely here in Vegas. So thank you. All right, so let's get into the show rundown, because we already missed the first segment. I'm going to talk to you all about some daily news, all right? So the 97th annual Macy Thanksgiving Day Parade was abruptly disrupted when protesters took control of the parade route and the audience's attention by covering themselves in fake blood. The fun began at 8:30 a.m. with spectators enjoying elaborately made floats of Snoopy, Pikachu, and Willy Wonka. According to the New York Post, the incident occurred at 11 a.m. when protesters halted the parade and marched down 6th Avenue shouting a series of chants. Yes, look at Simone's face. Look at my auntie face. They adorned white jumpsuits designed with slogans such as colonism, ethnic cleansing, and fascism, and held a sign that read, "Liberation for Palestine and Planet." "Free Palestine from the river to the sea. Palestine will be free," yelled one protester as others played dead while dripped in fake blood. Protesters then decided to up the ante by gluing their hands onto the ground. The demonstrations didn't last long, with the NYPD apprehending the individuals and placing some in handcuffs. Several were taken into custody, and the parade procession continued to provide the Big Apple a happy Thanksgiving. Assemblyman Jeffrey Dinowitz said the ordeal was sick for kids to witness. Protesters are disrupting a parade attended by thousands of children. "It's beyond the pale," he told the Post. "They are pro-Hamas and anti-Jew. They are for the terrorists." A spectator said their antics ruined his festivities. Quote, "Do it somewhere else. They superglued their hands to the street. These people worked hard to be in this parade." End quote. Let's take a listen to this news report.
Free Palestine! From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free!
So I wanted you all to hear what the commotion was about in New York. A lot of people are coming for Chicago because they're like, oh, there are all these demonstrations in Chicago. Chicago's so dangerous, and there's all these protests, and the police are hurting these individuals and more. But I like to tell people all the time, if you don't pay attention to national and global news, and you pay attention to just one news source, you're going to think that this specific place is bad. And that's because that's how news is supposed to make things look, as if it's all happening in one place. And while Chicago is bad in its own respect, Chicago is also good. And as you guys love to say, the Big Apple is good, but these same things happen in New York. I remember I was telling people about Chicago, and they were like, oh, would you go back and visit? And I was like, yeah, why not? And they were like, oh, well, there's all these protests and all these shootings. And I'm like, I lived in D.C. when the insurrection happened. To me personally, that's worse than anything I've seen happen in Chicago. And those people, unfortunately, but fortunately, were white. but they love coming for our people. So I just want to make sure everyone knows that these demonstrations are not just happening in Chicago, because I'm seeing that on the news more than anything else. They're happening around the country here in the United States, and they're just not getting enough coverage on all spaces. All right, next news source. Authorities have launched an investigation into a Brazilian entertainment company after a fan died at a Taylor Swift concert. As we previously reported, a Taylor Swift fan died before an opening concert last Friday in Brazil, where concert goers endured high heat. Quote, I can't believe I'm writing these words, but it was with a shattered heart that I say we lost a fan earlier tonight before my show. Swift wrote on Instagram following her concert, quote, I can't even tell you how devastated I am by this. There's very little information I have other than the fact that she was so incredibly beautiful and far too young. According to Page 6, a spokesperson for the Civil Police Department are looking to see if the Brazilian entertainment company committed, quote, the crime of endangering the life and health of its concert goers. Quote, event organizers will be called to testify and other steps are underway to investigate the facts, the spokesperson added. Now, I want to let you guys know this. This source was by Hollywood Unlocked, and a lot of people kind of have mixed reviews. Some people are trying to blame it on Taylor Swift, which I think that's just so dumb, while other people are blaming it on the actual entertainment company in Brazil. And that's what I think we need to start doing. I understand that Travis Scott had that whole situation with the mosh pit. I understand Drake has some issues by himself as well. And I understand there's other celebrities that have these issues. But as somebody who hosts events, yes, there's a difference between me and Taylor Swift. Huge difference, right? But the similarity is that we both host events where we're on the stage giving a service, not in the crowd, moving around, helping people out, being medics, being security, being the traffic movers. We are on stage. And a lot of times people don't realize this. Even on a stage that is close to the ground, there's like, 20, 30, 40 people. As a host, I can't even see all 20, 30, 40 people. And that's even when an event is during the day. Imagine how these celebrities and these artists are feeling when you guys are putting all the pressures and all the consequences and all the issues on them when they're hosting a concert and there's no lights, there's strobe lights, there's all these different effects happening back and forth, and you expect them to see what's happening in the crowd. Again, this is not a good situation, and my condolences to the family and to those concert goers. But for those who are trying to blame Taylor Swift does not work the AC. Taylor Swift does not say, hey, it's kind of like and that's another thing too. How Taylor Swift may be feeling on the stage may be a totally different climate downstairs. Because I can tell you this, I actually never told anybody this. So in 2018, I worked the BET Hip Hop Awards in Miami, Florida. And what's that man's name? Y'all know who Lil Pump is? He's a little rapper, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. So he was Gucci Mane's artist. He had went to jail the night before rehearsals. I was there, and they were asking people like, hey, does anybody know this song? And I was like, I do. And they're like, okay, cool. Who wants to perform with Gucci? I was like, oh, crap. I want to. Oh, my God. I want to. And they're like, oh, my God, you. I was like, yes. So they gave me a microphone, and me and Gucci Mane had backup dancers. It was so lit. We had backup dancers, and like it was all like even though this was practice, it was as if it was the real thing. So there were strobe lights everywhere. Oh, my God. So there was one point where I didn't get an instruction about the fireworks. I didn't know there were gonna be fireworks. So I was trying to like walk back and do like Gucci Gang. I almost ran into the fireworks, y'all. Yes, but there's fireworks. And that was my first experience on stage, like in that capacity. And my thing is, I'm gonna be real honest, even though there were people in the crowd, I didn't see none of them. One, the adrenaline was pumping. Two, I'm looking at Gucci Mane like, oh, I'm right next to you rapping your song. And then on top of that, it's like there's the pyrotechnics, the lights. So I try to tell people all the time, give these artists grace because they probably have no clue what's happening in the stands. And even for people like Travis Scott, I understand people are getting upset with this, so don't drag me, but I still believe this. He has a type of concert goers. He has black people, he has white people, but there also is a different culture for his concert. He likes doing what's called mosh pits. And for those who don't know what mosh pits are, that's where people create a huge circle and everyone gets in and they just start flailing around. No matter who they may hit, who they may run into, that's the culture of mosh pits. Mosh pitting did not start with Travis Scott. It started by rock bands and all these other different type of cultures and people, right? But people started moshing at Travis Scott's concerts. Now, because people started moshing, and of course there was other things that happened at Travis Scott's concerts, but one thing I saw in the comments was he should be at fault for them moshing. my thing is this. I went to what's that man's name? There's a guy who's Don Toliver concert. I don't know if y'all know who Don Toliver is. I love his music. I went to his concert. I had an amazing time. His music does not give mosh pitting. It does not. You see it like on social media, be like, your music is not cause for you to be like 50 Cent up in the sky by your shirt. So when I went to Don Toliver's concert, they started mosh pitting. I'm just like, to Don Toliver? Like, and I just scooted my butt out the way. But then again, Don Toliver didn't say, it's your turn, do it now. But then when he saw it, he hyped them up. So there's a difference. If you're hyping the people up, again, you can't control them, but you still shouldn't be live before people are doing. But if we're seeing that mosh pitting is dangerous, all these type of sound effects and whatever may be happening climate-wise in these studios and these entertainment spaces are dangerous, we should work there. Have those conversations, talk to the staff, and then say to these artists, okay, we shouldn't be promoting these type of activities. But to blame all this on one artist, I just think that's dumb. So I just want to put that out there. All right, let's get into this news because I thought this was insane. According to a study by Japanese scientists, we should use bidets instead of toilet paper since they lower the chance of developing serious infections. My cousin laughing. In an article written for the 2022 Journal of Water and Health, the study claims that those who have used a bidet had 10 times fewer harmful bacteria on their hands than those who used toilet paper. Now, I don't know if y'all have this, maybe a little TMI, but have y'all ever been in the bathroom, think you had some 2-3 ply paper, go back there to wipe, and now you inside yourself on accident? The toilet paper done ripped, your finger not in you, you like, ooh! Now your hand got duty on it. Child, nasty. This happened to me though. Listen, I hold myself accountable so you don't have to. And this is why I got soap. And this is why I now got wet wipes. But scientists said Americans are more vulnerable to contracting the potentially deadly bug C. difficile, a bacteria that can cause diarrhea and inflammatory bowel disease. According to the Daily Mail, approximately 500,000 Americans are affected with the virus every year, and 2/3 of the cases are connected to nursing homes. Wow. But also, I feel like you can't connect that to nursing homes in that manner because we are seeing that some people aren't taking care of people in nursing homes, unfortunately. So I don't know. I feel like what's the connection between people at home who can take care of themselves, who wash their hands, who know how to use toilet paper versus those who are in nursing homes, right? I want to know that. It also kills 15 to 30,000 people a year in the United States. From the poop touch, from the toilet paper. Experts also say that the brand of toilet issues is not an issue, but the way people use it, as people wipe incorrectly and the type of toilet paper used. First of all, toilet paper is expensive. What y'all want me to do? For example, first of all, who still use one ply? One ply toilet paper is rougher on the skin than the more expensive options and can cause open wounds and infection risk. I figured that out when I was a kid. I don't know who's still using one ply, but I've been figuring that out. There was one case study of a woman who had irritation in her vulva, the outer part of a female genitalia, for 4 years, and it made it difficult for her to walk. When she started using unbleached toilet paper during her trip to Europe, her symptoms improved, and experts recommend using strong, absorbent, and softer toilet tissue. Wow. Woo! All right. So I want to get into this because this was a really big deal on social media this past weekend. And then we're going to go to break. So real quick, I want to let you guys know, I got to give that shout out to the person who wrote that article at Hollywood Unlocked. Love that. Love. Deja, my friend, who invites me out to the events with Jason Lee. Shout out to you, Deja. That was a good article. All right, let's get into this news because this one took me out. Hollywood Unlocked got some good stories. Imagine boarding your flight, thinking you're about to have a smooth ride to your destination, only to experience a whole bunch of chaos mid-air. Well, that's exactly what happened to passengers aboard a Frontier Airlines jet. That's all you have to say. Folks were in the middle of traveling from Houston to Denver when the flight had to stop off in Dallas after all hell broke loose. In a 4-minute-long clip going viral, it shows a woman screaming at the top of her lungs, causing a huge disturbance. Nobody seemed to know what the heck was going on, but some tried to step in to help, even a preacher. As lady continues to hyperventilate and climbs over seats, some other lady who was said to be a pastor, per the Daily Mail, tried to explain to passengers that they are all witnessing a demonic possession. quote, that's not her. She's possessed. She needs help, end quote. Things took an even more stranger turn as the woman began preaching to everyone, telling folks they need a relationship with Jesus to avoid this sort of takeover of the soul. Take a listen.
I don't care. I'm only telling y'all this because all hell is about to break loose and y'all getting the evidence of it.
So there are several different angles of this video, and the lady who was preaching was telling everybody to repent and find God and all these different things. I'm not sure why the clip wasn't playing, but it's insane. I don't know. How would y'all respond? I'm asking my auntie and my cousin, how would y'all respond if y'all were on a fight and this happened? Because I don't know about y'all. I'm asleep.
I'm under the seat. I'm up there with the bags.
Listen, I have my little pillow on. I'm asleep. I'm not. I would be so upset if I woke up
and all that was going
and
on.
all that was going in the air.
That's the thing.
And they talking about we got to divert now because of this situation. I couldn't do it. I can do it. Would y'all record?
I would.
Yes.
Would y'all say anything?
No.
So y'all wouldn't get into it?
No.
I wouldn't either.
It's
I
like
wouldn't
the
either.
cooties, baby. You get too close to that. Ain't no telling what.
Listen, you don't want to be possessed if they touch you. They look at you.
Stay away.
Checks, baby, checks.
You better pray. All right, y'all. Well, we all getting on flight soon.
Yes.
So I pray that we don't have any of these situations. We get to and from safely.
Yes.
On time. Maybe even early.
Yes.
But with no distraction and no issues. All right, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to have a conversation on, is posting revenge porn wrong and the effects it has on the victim? Make sure you guys stick around because I am in the studio here today with Mark Hayes. I'm here with my auntie Faye. I'm here with my cousin Simone. My mom, my sisters will be here shortly, all right, y'all? So stick around. This is the Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST, and live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show, a real live morning radio show. Stay tuned.
Hash House A Go-Go, where we've been serving farm food and crafted cocktails for over 2 decades. Visit us for the full Hash House experience at any of our 5 Las Vegas locations. Hash House A Go-Go is where old school meets new and gets twisted. We bring people together over good food and fun. Come in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and come hungry because our portions are huge. Visit us online to see our entire menu at hashhouseagogo.com. Hash House A Go-Go. It's a Midwest thing, and there's nothing else like it.
Is your dog suffering from a sense sensitive stomach? Hi, it's Kelly the Cookie Lady from Mooch's Munchies. Our dogs had super sensitive tummies, and I needed to find a low-fat treat that wouldn't give them gas or other issues. Most of the treats on the market were loaded with fillers, chemicals, and chicken fat. Many of them weren't even food. Well, I knew I could do better, so I developed Mooch's Munchies, and I'm happy to be able to share them with you. Stop by our store or our website, moochesmunchies.com, and find out why we say that Mooch's Munchies are totally pawsome.
The Big Bounce America, the world's largest touring inflatable event, bounces into town at Craig Ranch Regional Park from November 18th to the 26th. One ticket guarantees 3 hours of inflatable fun, featuring the world's biggest bounce house, with live DJs, party games, and more. The Giant, America's biggest inflatable obstacle course, Sports Slam, and making its debut in Las Vegas, Octo Blast, a deep-sea themed foam party. And it's not just for kids, but tickets are going fast. Get yours at thebigbounceamerica.com.
Where you at, fam? Get it, fam. Get it, fam. Get it, fam. Hey! Yeah, get it, Simone. Get it. Get it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Clap it up, y'all. Woo! Yeah, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST, and live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. My mom just made it. Shout out to our mama, Mama Ty. Shout out to cousin Simone, and shout out to Auntie Faye. I see y'all. They are in the studio right now, and I'm super happy to have them here to see me live in action. And we have Mark Hayes. Listen, you know everybody want to see you, Mark. Hey, Mark. Not the hey, Mark. Don't get him in trouble. I ain't trying to get fired, y'all. All right, so welcome in. If you guys just now tuned in, we went over some daily news, and now we're going to have a conversation on, is posting revenge porn wrong, and the effects revenge porn has on the victim. All right, so I feel so strong about this topic, revenge porn. It really pisses me off when someone decides to share intimate photos, videos, and memories with the world because they're mad for whatever reason. It blows my mind when I see people posting revenge porn because I understand you can't tell someone how to respond to situations, how to act if they're being came for, and more, but there are things you just don't do. There are things we all know socially, whether consciously or unconsciously, that's a bad thing. And again, common sense isn't common, but there's things that a sane person knows you just don't do. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to share a story with you all before I truly dive into my thoughts on this topic. And then I'm going to play a video. And then I'm going to have my family talk about it as well. So according to Hollywood Unlocked, a woman in Texas has been awarded a staggering $1.2 billion in damages after her ex-boyfriend shared intimate photos of her online. The ex-boyfriend allegedly took revenge on her after their breakup by uploading the photos to various platforms, including social media sites, a publicly accessible Dropbox folder, and even an impersonation page on a porn website.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. This disturbing act not only violated the woman's privacy, but also subjected her to harassment and malicious activities. Of course. Mm-hmm. The woman's lawyers argue that the ex-boyfriend made threats, warning her that she would spend the rest of her life futilely trying to remove herself from the internet. The jury, recognizing the severity of the situation, unanimously voted to award the woman $1 billion in punitive damages and $200 million in actual damages. Revenge porn, or as advocates would prefer to call it, non-consensual pornography, is unfortunately a widespread issue that can have devastating consequences for its victims. In this particular case, the woman's ex-boyfriend not only violated her trust and privacy, but also caused immense harm to her personal and professional life. By sharing the intimate images with her family, friends, and colleagues, he aimed to shame her and humiliate her. It is important to recognize that revenge porn is not just an invasion of privacy, but also a form of harassment and abuse. The verdict in this case sends a powerful message about the importance of protecting individuals from revenge porn and holding perpetrators accountable for their actions. Although it is unlikely that the ex-boyfriend will be able to pay the full amount, the judge can remain attached to his future assets. Let's take a listen to this news report.
billion verdict for this woman, a huge victory. She says for the last few years she's lived in fear for anything and everything that was posted about her. But now she hopes that by sharing her story, she's able to help other victims who are also going through this ordeal.
Painful, scary.
Jane Doe has been a victim of what people call revenge porn for the last few years. She wanted her identity concealed for safety reasons.
I guess to just make my life the worst that it could be.
She dated Jamal Jackson Marquez for 4 years, but once she broke up with him in 2020, that's when she says the harassment began.
Had taken non-consensual photographs, video and audio of her during intimate moments, and following the breakup decided to publish those visual intimate materials online.
She says he would publish intimate pictures and videos on Facebook, Twitter, Dropbox, and even Pornhub, emailing her family and friends and even coworkers. She says he logged into her surveillance video to watch her. He hacked into her accounts, hacked into her Zoom meeting, and published intimate pictures and videos. She says he even sent her this threatening message, letting her know she would spend the rest of her life wiping herself clean from the internet.
His purpose is to ruin her.
Attorneys said they filed the lawsuit 16 months ago and were very pleased with the jury's verdict.
It was about sending a message to the world: do not mess with Texas, and particularly do not mess with Texas women.
And although Jane might never get that money from Jamal Jackson Marquez, she and her attorneys hope this sets a precedent for other cases like hers in the future.
I felt a little bit of I feel like I've been holding my breath for 3 years maybe. And I felt like that at least there were a group of people who saw me and let me breathe a little bit more.
I don't know how y'all feel, but I'm a sap. I don't know about y'all, but hearing her voice made me literally want to cry. I just can't do it. I don't know what it is, but I'm such a sap. I just can't watch people cry. I can't hear people cry. Even yesterday, one of my friends was crying yesterday. I ain't gonna tell y'all why or who it was, because she watching the show right now. But she was crying, and I kept having to kind of hold myself in. I just hate seeing people cry because I am gonna make it ugly. Y'all make it bad, I'm gonna make it ugly. And listen to the pain in this woman's voice. People on social media in the comments are saying, she got that money. Oh my God, she gonna be rich forever. This man don't got that money. He don't. Period. Sure don't. Most of these people who commit these type of crimes, because this is a crime, do not have the money. She's not gonna see that money from nowhere. And the judge has access to his future assets. He may never have them. And even if he does get it, it may not be enough. And I want a lot of people to realize this. Yes, she got justice because it showed hey, I didn't post this. I was wronged. But it's not justice from all the people who now just saw her in a light that she never wanted to be seen in. It's not justice from her boss. I couldn't imagine Mark saying a new to me. Not only would Mark be like, ew, Jamie. Not only would Mark be like, bro, what? But the response I would get from Mark. And me and Mark already had a conversation. He said, while he loves me and he got my back, he my brother for real. This is a business at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And you got to do what you got to do. And you never know what your company has to do because you fell victim. Not because they don't care about you, but because you fell victim. Yeah. Now, I want to I want to stop and pause at that note. Because when we come back, we're going to talk more about the effects that revenge porn has on these victims and how it makes people feel and more. So stick around. This is the Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST, and live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show, a real live morning radio show. Don't forget the phone lines are open at 702-221-7283. Hey, Rhonda, if you are listening, I would love to have you call in to talk about how you can combat this. Rhonda, if you're free, call in at 702-221-7283. We need a lawyer on the line or anybody else who wants to have a conversation about revenge porn. Again, 702-221-7283. We are looking at the phones. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Welcome to Hash House A Go-Go, where we've been serving farm food and crafted cocktails for over 2 decades. Visit us for the full Hash House experience at any of our 5 Las Vegas locations. Hash House A Go-Go is where old school meets new and gets twisted. We bring people together over good food and fun. Come in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and come hungry because our portions are huge. Visit us online to see our entire menu at hashhouseagogo.com. Hash House A Go-Go. It's a Midwest thing, and there's nothing else like it.
The Big Bounce America, the world's largest touring inflatable event, bounces into town at Craig Ranch Regional Park from November 18th to the 26th. One ticket guarantees 3 hours of inflatable fun, featuring the world's biggest bounce house, with live DJs, party games, and more. The Giant, America's biggest inflatable obstacle course, Sports Slam, and making its debut in Las Vegas, Octo Blast, a deep-sea themed foam party. And it's not just for kids, but tickets are going fast. Get yours at thebigbounceamerica.com.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, y'all, it's Friday. We're back in. Love the bell. Welcome to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Yeah. Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST, and live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show, a real live morning radio show. For those who are just now tuning in, I already went over some daily news, and we're now on the conversation on, is posting revenge porn wrong and the effects it has on the victim? Now, we just played this news story, and if you guys did not hear the pain in this woman's voice, you guys have no heart. Because my biggest issue with all of this is that people like this horrible man who decided to leak pictures, photos, and more of sexual moments that were had in private don't ever think about the lifelong lasting effects it has on the victim. With the way the internet and the cloud works, you can really never get rid of things you put on social media. Yeah, you can hire somebody to do an amazing job of hiding the content, but people can always find the content somewhere. On top of that, with the way technology has advanced, we can all screen record stuff. And people know that once the victim or the person involved in the unsolicited posted content finds out, it will get deleted. So what do people do? They screen record just in case. Also, even if people don't agree with the action of posting revenge porn, people still share the content out of pure excitement or shock, like, oh crap, look what got posted online. And even if they don't mean to, those same people who are against what happened are also a part of the problem because they're giving attention to the issue. Now, again, I hold myself accountable so you guys don't have to. I've done it before. I know I have. Does it mean it's right? No. But sometimes you want to talk about, like, oh my God, guess what just happened? Like, this happened to somebody we know, or like this happened to a famous blogger. Like, for example, at the Neighborhood Talk, Tommy Lee, who is a reality show star, she posted him in the act with somebody else, who in him is Kyle, who is the owner and CEO of the Neighborhood Talk, doing sexual stuff on Twitter without his consent. And that was her way of getting back at him because because Kyle posted stuff on his blog about Tommy Lee. However, my biggest issue with stuff like that is you're a celebrity. And you know what happens when you get into the world of celebrityism. Right. People are going to be talking about you. People are going to be posting about you. Let's be real honest. People like Tommy Lee are attention whores. They want to be in the media on purpose. But you cannot try to guide people on what they can and cannot post. If you're only doing negative things in the world, of course, that's what's going to be shown. But when you're crying about, hey, post good things, you're not doing good things for it to be posted. But for you to, again, stoop so low to post revenge porn on somebody who actually even wasn't the one posting your content because he has a group of bloggers who does the work, that shows what type of foul person you are. And that connects to this. Because again, you can't tell somebody how to respond when they feel like they're being feel like they're being came at, they feel like they're being attacked, whatever they may feel like. But I feel like in our big ages, we should know that is way too low. Now, period. Now, if we're having a conversation on they posted it first and I posted it, again, two wrongs to make a right, but I can see that. But to post that and go that low, and we're not even getting there yet, that's wrong. That's wrong. And so I want to say this. People don't realize this, and someone that actually texted me this yesterday when I was kind of going over this topic and writing my show rundown. They were like, you're thinking about how it affects the person internally. But did you not realize that some of these people actually got fired from their jobs? And that is insane. And I was talking about that earlier before we went on break. You are messing people's livelihoods. Again, I couldn't imagine Mark seeing me naked, but I would even want to see my mama see me naked. Mind you, she birthed me. She know what's down there, but I still don't want her to see me in the act. That's crazy. That's a whole different level right there. Thank you, Simone. A whole different level. The images. Okay, hold on, Auntie Faye. Hold on. It ain't that bad of an image now. I do what I do. But no, seriously, I just really wouldn't want anybody to see that. And I want to take this time to give some space to the victims who have become victims of this type of mess. Because a lot of times, people just see what's the payout. And we don't get to hear the stories of how these people feel, how they're coping with now having this stuff out in the open, and how they're going to progress knowing they're going to have to always answer to this was out or this is still out. So take a listen.
Made my heart sink, really, on my stomach, and it really upset me. You might think that you're doing it for a laugh or you're doing it to have a bit of fun, but you're going to cause some serious lasting damage to the person that you're doing this to. And think about it in the future. If you had a daughter or if you have a sister, imagine it happening to them. It has affected my trust, it's affected my self-confidence, my self-worth. We are victims. I mean, I didn't know I was being filmed, but even the girls that had consented to being filmed, they didn't consent to it being online.
I think I would really struggle to find a single person who has never taken a picture of their body, whether that is a bikini or swimsuit photo, whether that is a fitness or weight loss progress picture, whether it is an intimate image with their partner or without their partner, intended for their partner. Everyone takes photos of their bodies, and people that say, well, she shouldn't have taken the photos anyway, or she shouldn't have put them on that website anyway, that's not the point here. The point here is someone took those and without consent shared them for the whole world to see.
The fact it's called revenge porn insinuates that we've done something wrong to be treated like this, and it's not the case.
I'm really hoping that this year, or as soon as the law changes and we have a base offence that just says sharing intimate images without consent is illegal.
Now, I like what she said. Sharing this is illegal. Not just a bad thing to do, it's illegal. You will go to jail. You're going to jail.
I was just about to say, as you should.
Right. And you will have to pay, whether you have it or not. And one thing that I want to touch on is, yeah, it may affect your job. It may affect how you feel around people. But there's people who work their entire lives to brand themselves. There's people who work their entire lives to be seen in an image. I'm going to put this out there. My Auntie Glow going to be upset with me. But my Auntie Glow, I love her. I love her. I love her. But whenever we be trying to say something to Auntie Glow, I be like, Auntie Glow, you be drinking. She be like, I don't drink. I don't do this. I don't do that. I don't do this. With a whole drink in her hand. But again, that's branding. That's imaging. And while there are some people who are like, girl, you lying, we see it. There are some people who will be sitting at that table who will believe there's just juice in her cup. Okay? I'm just telling you, there are. I've seen it happen. It's okay. It's okay. She in the comments right now. But I love you, Auntie Glow. She had to leave early this morning. But as a thing, seriously, people spend their entire lives branding themselves. Like for me, I branded myself a certain way this entire time. There are certain things that I do in my life that I don't think is wrong. I just don't want it posted. For example, I love to dance, love to throw it back, let it have a good time, twerk if you will. But for me, I don't want that being my brand because a lot of people don't realize this. When you're seen in one light, that's all you'll be seen as. Yep. Think about these content creators. Yeah, they may be famous, they may have money, they may be doing stuff, but we see them as how we found them. Oh, this is that person in the mall, like the gorilla dude, shaking and breaking and shucking and driving and doing all that extra stuff. He could turn around tomorrow and be a real estate person or this really great individual who sells all these amazing things and makes all this money, but he'll be forever known as that guy going around looking crazy.
Doing stuff.
Doing the most. Too much.
You're too big for
Too big for that. Right. Too big for that. Yeah. And that's what people are forgetting. People can come out and not be as sad as some of these other victims and be like, yeah, I did that. That was my body. I did it real good. Yep, I do that. But you're still going to be seen as the person who was involved in the acts. And while it is normal and we should not be shaming anybody because we all do it. I mean, how I get here? How Simone get here? Hey. How Mark get 3 kids?
I was delivered by a little baby angel.
Period.
Sir. I don't know.
Period. But seriously, it's natural. However, we're not there in our society where seeing other people doing it is natural. Outside of those who enter into the porn industry. And even still, they're looked at crazy. Even though it is glorified, there's still a whole group of people who don't glorify it. Yeah. There's still a whole group of people who make fun of and shame OnlyFans stars and more. I don't because I don't care. But then again, get your coin. But I don't want to be seen that way. Right. Because how I see it is if I just had sex with somebody and y'all saw it, now it's like we all just had sex. Don't that sound nasty?
It does.
Don't that sound nasty?
I'd appreciate if you did not
say
that again.
Right. And that's just gross. And I think a lot of times people just forget that part. And I feel bad for the victims. For example, like Kyle, who is the CEO and founder of the Neighborhood Talk. And I get his news and I talk about it on my air. And shout out to him for handling the situation as best as he could. But he is somebody who started off in the shade room, branched off, made his own company that's just as big as a shade room. And now he has to deal with the fact that everyone sees him as, quotes, a content creator who does sexual stuff. We all knew he was out there doing it regardless, but we just didn't know what it looked like. Right. So to now see that in person is insane. And so I want to kind of bring it to y'all with the last few minutes. You know, Auntie Faye first, how would you respond if you were a victim of revenge porn? You know, you are a little bit older, so your response would be a little bit different. But what's your thoughts?
Just a little bit.
Because I know you were tired and you don't care.
Somebody going to jail.
Oh, somebody going to jail.
Hospital.
Not the hospital.
Yes.
You beating them up, Auntie Faye?
Yes, I am.
Auntie Faye from Chicago, y'all.
Is out there like that? No.
You from the west side or south side, Auntie?
West side.
Period. And she gonna come out. She gonna come out. You suing or you popping up?
I'm doing all of it.
Now she popping up, calling the police and suing.
Gonna do it. You know, we roll together, so it's gonna
Wait,
be.
how I get in this? Wow, I can't do it. I'm on air. I got you. I'll post. What would you do, Simone? Tell me what you do.
Well, the classy young lady in me would sue him, but the big dog in me, I'm somebody's son might be missing. I'm just gonna be honest.
I don't blame you. How about you, Mama Ty? What would you do?
Same. You know, of course, you want justice. You want somebody to go to jail. You're gonna sue, but you're also gonna want to hurt somebody.
I don't blame you.
Like, you gotta get the physical.
Run me my 1.
Hello.
And 2 and 3.
I was just about to say.
I need my lick back.
Period. I need my lick back. I need my lick back. Let me ask y'all this and be honest. Nobody sees y'all face. Nobody knows who's talking right now. But if you also had them in the video, would you post their content?
No.
They all said no. Why not?
I ain't got time to be getting sued. And it's private. I don't want nobody doing that to me. So, and I really believe in.
But they posted you though.
Right.
Yeah.
But I still
get revenge by doing that.
Right.
Okay.
That's not okay.
Okay. 2 wrongs to make it right. Ring that bell. Period. I love that. Now, let me just say this real quick. We are out of time, but I have a special request from all 3 of y'all before you get off air. I would love to hear some words of encouragement for y'all as I continue to embark on my journey as a live morning radio personality and expand in other cities and bring the KSHP brand to life. So if y'all can spare a few words, I would appreciate that. I'm going to start off with you, Auntie
Take
Faye.
it away, Auntie Faye. let her speak for. Jamie, I want you to continue to be humble, continue to believe in your worth, continue to be nice to the world, and good things will come back to you. Your karma is always going to be your karma, yours. So think about that. Whatever you do, going to come back to you. I wish you the best. That's it. You got love you.
Thank you. I love you too.
And you already got it. It's already yours. It's destined for you. You've already, you've done amazing so far.
Thank you.
And I can only see you going farther and greater.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What you, Mama Ty?
Stay positive. Prayer. You got this. And we're all rooting for you.
Yay.
That's why we're here.
Thank you.
Right. We're here for you.
Yay.
Vegas, we're here for you, Jamie Dee.
And I'm here for y'all too. I love y'all. I'm going to ring the bell. That's my family. That's Mama Ty, Cousin Simone, and Auntie Faye. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much. And shout out to Mark Hayes again, my general station manager here at KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST. And live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show, a real live morning radio show. I want y'all to stick around because Mark is sending me on a travel mission. We traveling, Mark, right? We are expanding the KSHP brand, and you may not know, but I'm gonna be somewhere else soon. And we taking KSHP with me. Stay tuned. I'll let you know what city I'll pop up in as well. If you want to promote your business, products, and services on the Jaime Dee Show, hit us up at info@jaimedee.com. I love y'all. See y'all next week. What's up, everybody? You were just tuned into the Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM. If you aren't in the Las Vegas area, you can catch my show live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. That's TheJaimeDeeshow. If you want to advertise your business on my show, email us at info@jaimedee.com. Thank you all so much for your support. See you tomorrow.